According to us, I think a society needs somebody as a binding force to make sure that they can go in the right manner together. I think that when you have like a diverse set of minds from a diverse set of different backgrounds coming together to try to take decisions, just like in a family, it's hard to take decisions with so many different mindsets. Now imagine there are different families coming together trying to take decisions. You need somebody out there who's going to come in with the right uh, expertise, knowledge, and drive, and knowing what are the next steps to be taken to make sure that you reach your end goal within a defined timeline. And for that, there is a project management consultant. And while I'm maybe making this a little more holistic, but when you actually get down to the details, there's a lot of work that goes into the process by a PMC. Some of the work is technical, some of the work is financial, some of the work is legal. Maybe some of the work is research driven, because we also as PMCs have to check. Sometimes when we're making a feasibility, it's not like आपको क्या लगता है कि क्या rent आएगा. Sometimes we have to also check that what's happening around the place, what are the kind of rates happening around. So it should not be that we're doing a feasibility and guiding the society on the wrong parameters. Aside from that, when we're doing a tender, to make sure that basically the tender is driven towards what that society wants. Like for example, we have societies who are very used to a certain kind of a lifestyle and a certain kind of maybe room sizes, or they have servant rooms, servant bathrooms, and they want those kind of things as a part of their future homes as well. So you need to ensure that you're incorporating these requirements in advance to make sure that your developer comes in. Now as a PMC, it's important to also bring a reality check to the society sometimes, because societies can go overboard with their expectations ki ye bhi chahiye, wo bhi chahiye. You kind of want everything, because you feel like redevelopment and the developer can give you everything. So somewhere to balance the boat also is important in a PMC, is as a third party can bring that information and knowledge in a more in maybe a more detailed manner, in a more explainable manner with facts and figures, so that the person across the table understands that maybe his ask is a little unreasonable also. So on both sides, one is if you have a reasonable ask, to make sure that it comes on the table. If you have an unreasonable ask, then to make sure that you kind of level that discussion out so that there is a conclusion at the end of it. And a PMC will always be involved even during the legalities, because of their experience in construction and technicalities and rules and regulations, and also how maybe FSI needs to be loaded, etc., etc. There are a lot of things that the PMC will bring into the document as well, which will be extremely important from a society safety standpoint going forward. Because till the time you're in your premises, you may not realize what are the things, what are the things that can affect you. But you need somebody who's going to be forward thinking, who has been through the process of making a building, to understand what are the challenges that they can go through, to make sure that those challenges can, to the best extent possible, be reflected in a document so that the safeguards can be built in. Now, is a redevelopment risk free? Probably not. You cannot say a real estate development in general in Bombay is entirely risk free. What you can do is try to protect yourself to the best possible, and that's where a PMC is extremely important. Now, aside from all of this, what's really important is that the PMC at the pulse will know what is your best negotiation potential, give or take. And I think that that information and knowledge that he comes with should be kind of leveraged upon by the society to get the best deal as well.